Good morning everyone, welcome to my presentation. Here I will role play a parent information session and also will be creating a welcome pack for the parents. So we can move on to our first slide, which is welcome to the school, new year, new beginnings. Dearest parents and guardians, please sit down. Good morning and welcome to our childcare institute with warmth in our hearts and with a round of applause. For those of you who have a child entering to our childcare for the first time, get ready. You will be amazed at the amount of learning that takes place here. So, why does early education matter? As Dr. Maria Montessori said, young minds are like sponges and they are looking for the right input to soak in it. Our school makes sure that we do not harm students' curiosity and provide a holistic development for lifelong learning. So, we are here. We are the institution where children are provided with a conducive environment to build core values because your child deserves the best. We empower students on the path of success and excellence. We celebrate diversity with children and their families. As educators, we know that children come from different backgrounds and each child belongs, being, and becoming. Belonging defines the basis of relationships in defining identities in early childhood or throughout life. Trusting relationships and affirming experiences are crucial to a sense of belonging. Belonging is the center of being and becoming and shapes who the child is and who they become. We work with children, their families, and all the community members to implement a service philosophy and curriculum that reflects Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders' perspective, also according to the Early Years Learning Frameworks version 2.0 to launched in 2022. So, educational policies, what are your expectations? What you will be expecting here? Educational policies play a vital role in creating a secure and positive environment for students from birth to age of 8 by setting expectations for behavior, safety, academic standards, and it requires a regular view to check its effectiveness. So we will be tackling all of these expectations here. Your behavior, we'll be building a positive environment for the children. We'll follow all the national quality frameworks and early years learning frameworks, all the standards, academic standards, and we focus on the primarily focus on the safety of children. So the two main types of policies we follow are statutory policies and discretionary policies. Statutory policies which are set by the state and territory government, and it includes curriculum, institute standards, and students' welfare. We ensure high quality early education in the 2 years before school, and we regulate within the national quality framework as per Australian Government Department of Education. And secondly, we follow discretionary policies which include students' health and safety, childcare culture, and parental engagement. We know that environment is a key for learning, so we always ensure that your child is learning in a healthy atmosphere and safe and secure in institute premises. We are always ready to resolve the queries of parents in the most possible way anytime through our community resources and support networks. Our teachers are highly educated and will work hands in gloves to the parents and the children to provide all the support and resources they need. So, educational programs that we follow, our educators are responsible for ensuring that all our educational programs should be based on approved learning frameworks. National Quality Standards, Education and Care Services National Law Act 2010, and Educational and Care Services National Regulations 2011. So, all of our learning frameworks are approved by the government, followed by the Australian Education Department, and according to the Regulations and Services Act. Also, Our educators are responsible for considering the early year learning framework planning cycle. The planning cycle followed by our educators include planning, documenting, responding, and supporting children learning. It is totally based on their professional knowledge and their understanding of vision, principle, and learning outcomes of framework. The steps which include planning are observation. So first we will observe children on what their likes, interests, dislikes. We interpret their learning. We will design our frameworks according to that. Our all the learning experience is based on that. And then we will implement those learning experiences, and evaluation will be done according to the Australian Government Department of Education. In our classroom, we assess our students on a daily basis to make sure the effectiveness of our plan, and we also evaluate to find what is critically reflected in your children's learning. On the basis of this evaluation, our educators identify what worked well and why. What do they have to do differently next time, how they can improve their experiences next time. Critical reflection is a powerful tool for educators to consider the learning possibilities of moving forward. Our educators also maintain the date of each student, and on the basis of that, they identify the learning gaps in your children's learning. This all the reflection and evaluation will be shared with the parents on a daily basis, so that parents can also keep a track on what their children are learning and how their learning is going overall. Apart from this, our teacher always target a child-centered approach in their classroom. One of the famous educational approaches was given by Maria Montessori, and other are Reggio Emilia approach and the forest school approach. So these are the three approaches which our teachers focus on primarily. So what is a Montessori approach? Our trained Montessori instructors always incorporate this approach, which relies on self-directed and self-motivated learning. Our educators provide hands-on experience on activities according to your children's interests and enable them to work on their pace of learning. And through this, we create a leadership quality in your child, and child confidence will grow in their skills, which you can notice easily. This approach enhances your child's communication skills and soft skills as well, because we enable them to do their activities on their own. All their learnings and everything are self-directed and self-motivated. So, and the next approach for a child, we also use this approach, Reggio Emilia, in our teaching, which is very effective in early childhood care learning, as it builds your child relations with all the teachers. During this approach, teachers create a strong partnership with your child and give them a chance to interact by sharing their ideas and think critically with peers on visual art, drama, or movement. Due to this reason, we create various activities where children can interact with each other, share their ideas. It is not a pre-planned and totally based on a child's interest. In this approach, the environment plays the role of a third teacher, as it provides light, color, and attractive learning material. It enhances your child's creative and cognitive mind as well, as per the views of Sriram mentioned in his 2025 report. And then the last approach, forest school approach, it is also an inspiring process that can be used as a part of education. It is also a child-centered approach, and an approach which will develop confidence and self-esteem in your child by self-learning in a forest or woodland environment. It is a long-term process around 24 weeks, which may cover 1 year or 2 sessions. It includes visiting, planning, observation, and review. To, to, to implement that in our childcare, we also have natural playgrounds and trees and gardens also incorporated. During this approach, your child will connect with the natural world for holistic development and build a leadership quality. We used forest school approach so that your child can use natural resources, and our aim is to develop physical, cognitive, linguistic, emotional, and spiritual aspects of the learner as per the view of Karavida. Our services aim to recruit early childhood educators, staff, and supervisors who are well qualified and experienced in early childhood education in according to the academic qualification list and can provide nurturing and respectful relationship with your children. Your child good health, safety and well-being are protected at all times by our teachers, effective supervision, and we follow student-teacher ratio rule, which is one member of staff for every 5 or 6 students according to their age gaps issued by the government, and we make sure one early childhood teacher can attend school for at least 6 hours a day. We also employ a second teacher when there are more students in a class for a day for being educated and cared as per the act. If any of our teacher take leave, then we hold a person with primary teaching qualification and ensure your children's studies will not be affected. Our educators also collaborate with our leaders to design a program and to implement it that eventually support your child interest, participation, learning and development. Our educational leaders have a role of inspiring, motivating, practice and pedagogy of learning of educators. They give reflection to our early childhood educators for better growth, rich program and better involvement of your child. We also nominate supervisors who have different responsibilities under national law and regulations, which include supervision of your children, programming, ensuring child safety, keen eye on entry and exit of people from the premises and children, administration, medication, and food and beverages. Our nominated supervisor should be older than 18 and have done child protection training and have worked in a childcare center for a certain period of time. They have a history of compliance with education and care national law and family assistant law. We have one responsible person at our premises who is physically present all the time, who is an approved provider and control management. As we give priority to your children's health, we make sure our nominated supervisor or approved provider has all the qualifications approved, first aid qualification, anaphylaxis and emergency asthma management training certifications as per WONG 2024. And we keep information not only about our staff's attendance and students' attendance. Every staff, educators, volunteers, and visitors need to sign in and sign out each day. That is our basics. We observe all activities of the child and respond to individual needs and attend to the child as necessary. The supervisor will position themselves as they are able to see each student in the ground. Children are also supervised while hand washing and during toileting. Educators will discuss the child with other staff to ensure your child's safety is of highest priority at all times. As the first teacher of your child, we expect parents' involvement as you play a crucial role for your child's progress by giving them a positive home environment, access to books, learning toys, and involve them in activities together for both their cognitive and emotional development. Reading together and playing games with your child maintains their curiosity and ultimately leads to their academic and personal development. Always push your child to try harder for a growth mindset, but do not hold high expectations from your child because sometimes under family pressure they mixed up their dreams and this can make it difficult for your child to find their interest or passion. We want you to work closely with our teachers and take part in parent-teacher meetings and remain updated with your child's progress to orient your child growth. A good relationship with teachers helps you to set clear rules and realistic expectations as per Code 2022. Do not forget that every child is unique in their own way, and we are here to make them successful by focusing on their growth and learning in a cheerful way. At our Childcare Institute, to set your expectations and to support your child's success, kindly contact our teachers and counselors. This is the reference for all the names and lists and the frameworks I use. Hope you all like it. Have a good one.